This video is brought to you by Cool Green Clothing.
Cool Green, shorty. Got you, son. Appreciate the outfit, boss, man. I put this shit together. You hear me? Drip.
Yes, sir. You
Yes,
feel
sir,
me?
man.
Yeah.
Show you how to do it, man.
Shout out, man. Shout out to Cool Green, man. You feel me? Variety of stuff, man. You feel me? Good dude for real. You know what I mean? His design is impeccable, man. You know what I mean? It speaks for itself.
Cool Green selling. Cool Green is what's up. Baltimore people need to get on that. Cool Green.
Yeah,
All right?
man.
It's from an old head. Let you know.
How old you is, man?
57.
And
57.
And you know about the Cool Green, right?
I know about the Cool Green.
Man, this man 57 years old.
Cool
You know about
Green.
the
What is going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2Times, and we back with another episode of the Baltimore Way, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story. Subscribe if you're new to the fam. Hit that notification bell for future uploads. Let's get right into it. Sometimes people feel like it's necessary to have a side hustle to take care of their family. Some might be legal and others might not be. Like selling a little grass on the side. It seems like no big deal, but in some people's eyes, what you are doing to look out for your peoples seems like a come up to them. And on this episode of the Baltimore Way, I will take it back 10 years to 2012 and discuss a case involving a home invasion and robbery that left a man gone in his own home. According to sources, Tavon Frederick was a family man, living in a house with his girl and two daughters. Tavon would allegedly sell a little grass on the side to make extra money. On the day of May 23rd, 2012, Tavon gave his daughters some money to go out to eat with their mother, but he stayed home. A few friends would slide through and chill with Tavon and play the PlayStation, in which one friend stated he played the game all the time. Later that day, once his homie left, four men, Dante Dorsey, D'Angelo Anthony, and two others we will call K and D, allegedly the four men knew Tavon and that he had a good amount of grass in the house and was planning to rob him. Earlier that day, the four friends had left a viewing of another friend that lost his life when D decided to call Tavon to buy some grass. The four men hung out in the back alley and walked around Waverly Elementary School waiting for Tavon's kids to leave with their mother, since according to friends, he only sold grass to people he knew and never around his kids. D'Angelo would later testify his chain of events and what allegedly happened, according to him. Tavon finally called him to the back door and told them he had something better than the regular grass they usually buy. He told the four men he wanted to show them the new high-grade product and took them upstairs to the bedroom. D'Angelo stated at this time, after smelling the product, he asked to use the bathroom, saying after he flushed, he could hear a lot of commotion going on, and Tavon asking the group where his money was at for the grass, also stating he wasn't playing with none of them. D'Angelo stated at the time his phone vibrated and he walked out the bathroom, and he was shocked as Tavon was waving a gun at everybody, saying everybody had their hands up, and he said they told him it ain't even gotta be that serious, trying to calm Tavon down. Then D'Angelo alleged they all looked at each other before Dante went for the gun. The two men were tussling for it. Then allegedly the gun fell, one of them grabbed it, and Tavon rushed towards them. Then a boom. As they shot, D'Angelo stated he ran out the house to D's car, and that was that. But that day, unfortunately, Tavon's family came back from dinner about 9 p.m. and his daughter found his body on the floor, non-responsive. She ran out screaming before BPD was called to the home on 3312 Westerwald Avenue. Once police entered the house, it was determined Tavon was gone, so a murder investigation was started. As the shooting seemed execution style, with Tavon being hit 5 times, once in the back of the head, once on the top of the head, and shots to the body. Authorities noticed a bucket turned over and empty in the bedroom that smelled like grass, a cell phone that was left at the scene that was not Tavon's, and fingerprints on the back door. Also, a TV and Tavon's PlayStation was gone. Talking to neighbors, One man stated he saw 4 men that looked suspicious earlier that day and called police, but nothing happened. Tavon's friends for over 20 years stated Tavon never used the back door, no matter what, and he wouldn't have let the 4 men in his home, so it pointed to be a home invasion. But the biggest evidence was a surveillance camera pointing towards Tavon's house from the school. It captured 4 men walking towards the alley by Tavon's house at 7:49 p.m. But then the men started walking away 1 minute later. Then at 8:22 p.m., the same 4 men walked down the alley, this time jumping the fence to Tavon's home. Minutes later, the men could be seen running. One man with a book bag, the other with a TV, back towards the alley. One witness and neighbor that was out looking for his cat said he saw the men take off running. With witnesses, surveillance, fingerprints, and a cell phone at the scene, all 4 men were charged with the murder, burglary, weapon charges, and more. At first during trial, it ended in a mistrial, with eventually K&D being acquitted altogether due to lack of evidence. But Dante and D'Angelo were both found guilty of the hit and sentenced to life sentences, all but 30 years suspended. Rest in peace, Tavon. I send my prayers and condolences to the family. More of this story, watch the company you keep, or people that's always watching what you got going on. What's small to you might be big to somebody else. And some people throwing away their life is only worth a few electronics and some grass. But hey, that's the Baltimore way. Man, crazy story, you feel me? Rest in peace, Tavon, you know? So yeah, they basically said they went to buy some grass and the deal went bad. They saying Tavon flipped out because they ain't pay him what he was supposed to be paid. And they said he whipped out a blick and then they took it from him. But then when they looked at the case, when authorities came, Tavon had bruises on his body that was consistent with somebody like hitting him. Then like I say, he got hit 5 times. So they were saying it couldn't have just been no self-defense because he only would have been hit 1 time, you know, and plus the electronics, the gang was gone, the TV was gone. So yeah, man, they tied 1 and 1 together, you feel me, and it equaled 2. It was a home invasion, you feel me? So yeah, real messed up situation at the end of the day, man. You know, they got life all suspended, but 30 years. The other 2 that was allegedly with them, you know, they got acquitted for the case for whatever reason. There wasn't enough evidence. And at first, they declared this a mistrial because they were saying it wasn't enough evidence on them too. But they ended up coming back with the guilty plea. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this, man. This your boy Tony 2 times. Love, fam. I'm out.